And we are live.
Food Court, the movie podcast, and Twitch stream where Sean
and John
and Michael
watch shit, talk shit, and most importantly, eat shit. We are the law. Welcome back, John. Welcome back, Michael. Welcome back, Cotter. Welcome back, Sean.
Thank you.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back, Broobs, to our
that
chat.
The guy from the Lovin' Spoonful wrote the Welcome Back Cotter theme song. Did you know that?
Really?
I know.
The Lovin' Spoonful or the Loving Spoonful?
I think it's the Lovin'.
The
Okay.
Lovin'.
Are those two different things?
McLovin Spoonful.
I love things.
McLovin.
We're just getting news that John is very quiet.
Yeah.
Very quiet.
You want me to jack it up?
Jack it up, baby.
I'm jacking it up.
This is a live show, so we have these moments where
Oh, fuck.
Sometimes we get pretty crazy on this show because it's live.
It's
My pop
live.
smear fell off, gentlemen.
Oh shit.
I think that's it for the pop smear.
That's pop smear.
Who needs it?
Snap, crackle, pop smear.
Just get it poppin'. It's fun. We watched The Conjuring 3. The devil made me do it. The devil made me do it. And, John, since you're back,
Yes.
you're the lucky recipient of the plot. What happens in this movie, The Conjuring 3, hashtag the devil made me do it? For the listeners, he's doing like a pause thing. If you're listening, it won't play at all.
So, we open with The Exorcist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of.
Then we, stumble into, A Time to Kill, briefly.
Very
Mm-hmm.
briefly.
Okay.
And then we inexplicably have the scary scene from Zodiac. And then
Yeah.
we end with The Exorcist 3 meets The Nun.
Whoa.
Kinda.
But if
Okay.
you haven't seen all 5 of those extremely disparate movies, the movie starts with an exorcism.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Lorraine and Ed Warren?
Yep.
Warren?
Yes.
You got
War
it.
and
The
Peace.
Warren Commission, but of sundry scam artistry.
Yes.
Are, I don't think they're exorcists, they're paranormal paleontologists or something like that.
They're assistant exorcists. They are not priests, so they're not allowed to do an exorcism.
They are rosary clutching madmen.
Yes.
And
Yes.
there is a famous murder trial that they were somehow called into,
Mm-hmm.
allegedly, wherein a very gaunt, soon-to-be probably Oscar winner, just for thinness, just on account of
Thinness. Most
Mhm.
thin.
He was a witness to an exorcist, and then only Ed Warren witnessed somehow the demon jump out of the small child, the child from Jerry Maguire, into
Yes.
Gaunt Boy,
Yes.
Gaunt
into
boy.
the Twink, and then the Twink kills the least likable, most meaningless character in the movie, making
Yeah.
you feel absolutely nothing, of course.
Yeah.
Wondering why anyone even... They probably let him off. He probably only got you...
Uh-huh.
Spoiler alert, he only gets 5 to 7 years in a really funny twist.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But I think they were nobody gives a shit about this guy.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
we'll just let you out.
Dang.
And then it's just
He likes
I guess
Blondie.
it's-
That's when you see he likes Blondie, you're supposed to go, "Ooh, blonde. I like Blondie sometimes."
Sometimes.
I don't even know what happens in between. They go to another exorcist who is too famous to be in the movie, so of course he's somewhat evil. And
Uh-huh.
then, his daughter's is his daughter the nun? Is his daughter Annabelle?
No.
I don't think so. She's
Okay,
just a
well,
new bitch.
Which
That's
bitch?
really bad then. If she's new,
She's new. Brand
man, this
new.
is one of those movies that made me not want to do podcasts anymore. It's one of those movies that made me not want to go to the movie theater
Uh-huh.
anymore.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of those movies.
It
Did
is.
you see this in the theater?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I
Nice.
saw it in the
I didn't
theater,
know we
too.
had the option of HBO Max. That would have been really helpful. Also, I don't remember the other Conjuring movies being this bad.
No.
No.
I
They
don't
aren't.
think they were this bad. This is
No.
way worse than like any of those nun movies that Sean and I sit through.
I think it's nun level.
Nun level. Yeah.
It's very like. Remember the Nun had like some, but you know what? This movie's kind of well shot. I'm sorry I didn't give the plot summary, guys. I can't.
It's
You don't
tough.
have to.
It is like under the aegis of being like a courtroom picture, but I think there's like 2 combined minutes of courtroom scenes.
There's almost no courtroom stuff.
That would have helped a lot. Like get like a good like Southern lawyer in there. Come on.
I personally would like it if there was the kind of all the President's Men style mystery, like that. If they were digging through archives and doing that about demons.
All of these Conjuring movies, if they were played straight, or more like, say, The Exorcist, which they're ostensibly ripping off, instead of being goddamn episodes of Charmed, would be worthwhile. But instead, it is just like heinous shit.
I've got some bad news, John.
Yeah.
Well, a couple bad news.
Oh, okay.
Growing up, I watched Charmed all the time.
Oh, good.
And
well, them titties, bro.
Yeah. And I liked their powers. That was pretty cool.
I like their powers too, bro. Shannon Doherty's powers are big, and Alyssa Milano's powers is even bigger.
Rube said not Charmed, but Gary said hi, guys. Hi, Gary. Good to see you.
Gary.
If you don't know, Gary Off the Grid, you should follow him. That's a little promo, free of charge.
I mean, you should know him because he's been on the show.
Yeah, true.
But I mean, you may not be a super fan yet.
I think he was on the grid when he was on the show. So now he's off the grid.
Yes.
So you might not
Gary
know.
and I have been over this. I guess the gag is that Gary is like extremely on the goddamn grid.
Yeah.
While being off the grid.
Off
like
and on.
Gary is incessantly online now.
I love it.
I get it, because the more alone you are, like,
hey,
that's when you really got to get on that goddamn phone.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. When I'm by myself, you better believe.
Pornhub.
Cornhub.
Checking out them powers.
I'm on
bro.
Cornhub, man. I'm like, ooh, that looks good. I want to eat that cob.
Charmed Pornhub.
I want some of that cob. Give me that cob.
Who else was on Charmed?
Well, first,
was Vera Farmiga ever on Charmed?
No, but she could have been. Bruce is saying Alyssa Milano's powers were bullshit, and I fully don't remember what they were. So they must have been. I knew one could like stop
They were
time.
double D's.
Yeah.
She could double the amount of D's in any sentence.
Dad. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Gary says he's desperate and lonely.
Yeah.
Join the club. Ding, ding, ding. And speaking of joining clubs, it's time for us to take a little trip to, what was the segment called?
The Panda Express.
The Panda Express. Ding, 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 ding. What movies did we watch this week? What movies or shows did we watch this week? Because I'm going to bring up a show.
Well, go ahead and bring it up, Michael.
I don't know anymore. I don't know anything. Okay, I'm just gonna preface with that. But
Is this about WandaVision?
no, fuck. Ugh. What is it? Sadness is love plus time, or what the fuck he said? I don't even give a shit. It's so stupid. Oh yes, I'm the vision.
Isn't grief the most profound form of shared universe wankery?
Yes, it is. It is. Well, also, what is that? Is that a crystal in your head? What is that? Could be expensive. Okay, so I've seen it on Netflix a million times. Every time I open it up, The Queen's Gambit. The Queen's Gambit? I was like, I don't think I'll be watching that. And then, what do you know?
You did it.
I started it, and I haven't finished it yet, but I really like it.
Uh-oh.
I've seen it.
I love
chess.
Get him,
John.
I love chess.
Look, it's better than The Conjuring. Well, if you love chess, I have terrible news. The Queen's Gambit, like, chess is a proxy for whatever the fuck else you want to do. I wish it was about chess.
Dang, I'm
but
sorry.
But, she could be playing checkers. She could be playing spades. She should be playing spades with a bunch of guys from Trinidad and Tobago. And it'd be a lot better TV series.
I loved it.
But, it's interestingly shot. I think that's Scott Frank.
Scott Frank.
Lisa Frank.
All right. I'm trying. I don't want to bring this in the gutter. But
no,
that TV show does kind of suck.
Well,
TV shows. I didn't watch any TV shows. Sean does not watch TV shows, which I love about it.
Yeah. Well, that's not entirely true. Because we watched a little show starring Steve Coogan.
Yes.
About Alan Partridge. So that's a show.
We watched the new series of Alan Partridge.
Mm-hmm. That's like a YouTube series that like only white people and Michael watch.
Yeah, they're rules.
But
this is important. This is really important because I actually watched a movie, and it's a movie I've talked about on the show before, but I watched Wrath of Man again, third time in the theater.
Wow.
If you are not afraid to go to the theater, go fucking see Wrath of Man because it is fucking awesome. I think third time was a charm for me because it had clicked twice before, but now it's super clicked. I was like, click, click, boom, this rules. Mm-hmm. He shoots all the people you would want him to shoot.
Yes.
It's Jason Statham in complete badass mode. He barely moves his face or his body, but he somehow shoots hundreds of people. It's awesome.
Yeah,
He's always got some kind of cool looking polo shirt on.
He looks tight.
He looks great.
Scott Eastwood rules in it.
Scott Eastwood is great. They've got the perfect, he's got to be the villain, scar around his eye.
It's the scar his dad. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
I think we need to break this trope. We gotta start having good guys with scars, Scars.
Let's remake Lion King again as another live action movie. But this time.
Noted good guy Jeremy Irons.
Yes.
Jeremy Irons would be a great.
I'm curious, Sean. Let's pad this bitch out because there's nothing to say.
Oh yeah, big time.
Was Wrath of Man upon third viewing?
Yes.
As good as another movie Sean and I saw this week.
Shit.
That was an excellent film called Riders of Justice.
Ooh.
A Danish revenge comedy.
Oh fuck.
Starring Mads Mikkelsen.
I think they are totally different movies.
Yes. Despite having lots of revenge and murder.
Yes. The log line is similar, except in the log line for Riders of Justice is there's a revenge killer, and there's also some guys who are into algorithms, and they all have autism.
Oh.
And they hang out, and it's a buddy comedy, except there's murders, and it maybe is about the inevitability of death. Also,
ooh,
I'd say Riders of Justice is better.
Fuck.
I think so, but it's fucking close, man.
It's really close.
Wrath of Man is a really good genre picture, and that's something we are lacking desperately.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Conjuring 3 should have been a good genre picture.
Yeah.
But instead, because it has the budget, and it looks nice at times, although the homages got to be way too much.
Yeah.
Have a little fucking delicacy.
Decorum.
When you're doing entire, when you're doing the scene from The Exorcist that's on the goddamn movie poster,
I couldn't believe that.
Maybe don't make it a exact press over. It's like they were doing a graffiti or a stencil.
It was goofy. I was like, "What are we doing here?"
Yeah, especially because that character is meaningless. There's a priest who shows up, and he just gets hit in the head with a plate. I mean, I guess that kind of happens to Max von Sydow in Exorcist, except he doesn't get hit with a plate.
This is a food court staple, and I'm not talking about the fucking
snacks?
Crab Rangoon.
Ooh.
But hire some fucking actors, please. Put some actors in this movie.
Yeah.
They didn't even bother to make the villain scary. Like John Noble, who's plays the Exorcist, who's obviously somewhat evil. He's fine.
Yeah, he did great.
Only actor in the fucking movie. But who I thought was some precursor to the nun, his daughter, ends up being the evil person, which is really given no explanation other than I have a secret daughter, expert in the occult, and she happens to be quite evil.
Whoa, that's
in the Catholic Church, if you don't molest children and you have just a regular child, then they turn evil.
Yeah,
it's against what we do.
Yeah.
The curse.
That's just another thin person. They just have thin people.
Yeah, very thin.
And thin people are frightening, and then people who look like me drink too much and deserve to die. That were the casting notes in this film.
Yeah, which I have to say, I think it has to be if it's thin, it has to be a ghost or a demon. It can't be just a person, because otherwise it's super frightening. It's just like you could just push her over, easily with minimal effort. So I think they messed up on a few things, but I want to circle back to something that's happening in the chat.
Okay.
Alyssa Milano's powers.
Back to Charmed.
Yeah, back to Charmed, please. They were premonition, and then later she could float, which is crazy.
Oh, she can float.
You'll float too.
Flotation devices.
You want to float? You want to float, Alyssa? That would be crazy in a movie. They just like start.
Man, cool. I was hard on it and it too.
Hard on it.
Motherfucking Following 3 could have taken some notes.
Following
3. Or the Conjuring 3.
Following 3.
Yes, the second sequel to Christopher Nolan's student film.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing.
That sounds way better than the
cool.
You know, Euros is going to be tough for me.
Yeah.
We might as well do it. Let's get into Euros. I have a few.
Okay.
Wait, do I? Yeah, no, I do. I like the big meatloaf zombie. I like the meat.
Wow.
There's a zombie that looks like meatloaf. You see his dick?
You need to see his dick.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You need to see his
Hereditary
preferably
style.
small, uncomfortable, discomforting dick.
I thought they immediately chopped that off. When you get on the table.
Jesus, Michael.
Maybe
I'd be really afraid of death too. Then.
But I like the little morgue scene.
Yeah, that was nice.
I feel like even Meatloaf Zombie is stolen from something, though.
Yeah.
It didn't feel...
It's stolen from that TV show Legion.
I know this is
that may be true.
Euros, but it didn't feel Conjuring-y. Nothing felt Conjuring-y in this movie.
That's true.
Yeah. I was like...
It never felt spooky.
Never. Once.
And, like, the Conjuring one is super spooky a lot.
So.
Rubes is asking whose dick. I'm referring to the dick of the Meatloaf Zombie in the morgue. It's very important that we establish this.
We got to set up the
Meatloaf's
scene.
Dick. Meatloaf Zombie dick.
Yes.
Lorraine is touching a dead woman's hand, trying to see where the witch is. And
I kind of like that because it's just like,
it's
ew,
gross.
this is fucking icky.
And you expect that thing to sit up or something. So I did like that they break that.
I think this is the second best scene in the movie. The first scene in the movie is fine.
Yeah.
Like the Exorcist scene is fine.
It felt them.
And it's like, all right, let's fucking go.
Yes.
This movie is in fact about exorcisms. Great.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, we are just up to our necks and underpaid nobodies and just nothing at all. Like weird, like the weirdest thing about the movie is like it really does feel like I feel like the director and writer of this movie is like, we're gonna make like The Conjuring, but it's gonna be like Zodiac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Like, I feel like Zodiac, one of my favorite movies, was a big influence on this movie.
Yes.
And it shows you that just because you like good movies doesn't mean you can always make good movies.
Yeah.
Yes.
So maybe I shouldn't try them.
or effectively even ape them.
Yeah.
Because it's like they don't get into the feeling of what it is to research.
Yeah, no.
It's like there's not any following clue. I mean, there is technically following clues, but it's not exciting for the people in the movie or for us when they find new information, really.
And I think a lot of the even interesting bits were ruined by the trailer because they're all in the trailer.
Yes.
And I think that's because this movie has so few. They were like,
there's the one shot where Lorraine is going into her mind palace to look into the past. And like she kneels down and it goes from like daytime to nighttime.
Yeah.
And like you see the sun go through the trees as it turns into night. And I kind of like that as like a little effect.
Looks cool.
But it was I saw the trailer 7 times, so I saw that bit 7 times. So it's not very interesting anymore.
Exactly.
Michael, I think I know what your Euro is.
Really?
But tell me your Euro, which I'm guessing has to do with a cane and a window. Is that your euro?
That's one of my euros.
Oh, okay.
So,
drop it on me.
There's a scene where.
Wait, is that your top one? You can drop your top one on me if you have a toppermost of the poppermost.
I'm gonna subvert the expectation and
do
my not top one.
Okay.
So I'll do the one you just said.
Oh, good, thank you.
Okay, so what happens is Lorraine and Ed need to get into the police department, I'm guessing, or morgue, or whatever the fuck it is. They go somewhere, and it's locked. What are two good Christians supposed to do in a place that's locked?
Christian scientist ghost hunters.
Yeah, and why does she need files when she can touch things and see? Who knows? But
who knows?
They need to get in, so Ed just breaks into the place with his cane, which I just love. I just love that they just completely break character and they're like, they're just totally breaking the law now.
Yeah.
I love it. What does he say? He says something clever. But...
he says we'll leave a note.
Yeah, we'll leave a note. Yeah, no.
We'll leave a note. Is that what he says?
Yeah. I also like the way he does it because he breaks it through and then he goes string da ding da ding and he like rattles it around, so he breaks a little more glass than he needs to.
It was before alarms, so
yes,
they were fine. You could just go around breaking anything before then.
Yeah, it was a great time to be a criminal.
If people even had iPhones, this whole movie would be fucked.
Yeah.
You'd be, in there, and you'd Google, exorcism, and you'd be like, you guys are full of shit.
These are fake.
These are fake.
Y'all are faking.
You two are full of shit.
Yeah, all your old cases are, like, shrouded in, like, legal troubles and, like, people saying you were making stuff up. Like, that's interesting.
Says here, y'all canceled.
Sorry.
Do you have even one? Sorry, go ahead, Michael.
I was just going to say, Broobs is saying Christian plus scientist plus ghost hunters, and that's very accurate. And I think I even said to you, Sean,
scientist ghost hunters.
It's like Law and Order ghost detectives. Like, it felt very not like a Conjuring. It was like,
yes.
It was just a weird...
It's weird because, like, all the ways you could describe the movie sound a lot better than the movie. I didn't even hate this movie.
No,
it was just like, C minus, D plus, something like that.
Let's talk about how you watched the movie.
In the theater.
So you watched it at home.
No.
You watched it in theater.
Me and Sean.
We didn't even have we should talk about this because we didn't even have a particularly good theatrical experience.
Oh my gosh.
We had a few different things going against it. One being that it was a sweaty theater.
Yeah.
Which is usually kills an entire movie for me. It almost ruined Once
Upon a Time in Hollywood.
You hated Once Upon a Time in
Hollywood because it was hot.
Yeah. It was
like it's too hot for this
once
movie.
again defending myself.
One of the best stories ever. We get out of Once Upon a Time in America. I'm like, well, man, what you think?
America.
John was like, average. I'm so hot.
So hot
here. Average film. Hot.
To Sean's credit, he was hot.
I was hot.
Because I was also
I was literally, like, my pants were damp. That's how hot it was in the room. But, okay, so it was...
Tell? You guys saw it together?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
Viewers can't tell because Michael's wearing a shirt, but his whole body is covered in hair.
Oh, yeah.
If you watch a film with Michael,
crazy.
You do need to have, like, layers of clothing that you can remove.
Yeah.
So that his body temp doesn't overload you like like William Hurt and Kathleen Turner.
Well, we brought you up. Well, I don't know if I brought you up, John, because I was like, well, John would have been fine because he would have just taken off all his clothes.
Classic gag.
Yeah. One time, what were we seeing? It was like, what was that dumbass movie? It was like Truth or Dare, Annihilation.
Probably Truth or Dare 2.
Truth or Dare, yes.
That movie was insane. And then I look over. Jeez. I'm just sitting there watching the stupid movie. I turn and just like full nipples, just like naked John. I was like, what the? And he had his arms around me and Sean.
That's the good shit, man. That's what you got to do. If I'd seen this movie with you guys and was laughing, and we were making fun of it, maybe I would have gotten out alive.
Yeah.
We did a little bit of that.
Yeah,
but as it turns out, I did go with a friend, but he's a bit more adroit and not as lively as you fellows, and we mostly just sighed, just like deep sighs. He's like me, like he's like getting like he's too close to 40, and he's realized like, I have fucked my life up.
Yeah.
I fucked my life up. What am I gonna do? And then you're sitting and you're watching Conjuring 3. You just have too much time. You fucked your life up. What do you do? And then really, it has the most cardinal of all sins. It's just fucking dull. It's a dull affair.
Yeah.
It's not even like bad enough to laugh at maniacally.
No.
Like if anyone out there has not seen Spiral, if you haven't seen Spiral, Spiral is like hilariously bad.
Yes.
Like maybe lose a testicle laughing at Chris Rock's poor acting. Like and just imagining little Penny trying to solve the Pigsaw's crimes.
Pigsaw.
But with this, you've got nothing. You've got nothing at all.
That's a really good Pigsaw. That's really funny. Pigsaw.
So, furthermore.
Yes, please.
The theatrical experience. That was not the worst part. It was hot. Also, there was a Mexican couple sitting next to us.
That's two strikes for Sean already. In love, Mexican.
Yeah. No, they were fine. I mean, it really didn't matter that they were Mexican. It just mattered how loudly they were Mexican. Because they were, I mean, just speaking loudly about the movie, which was kind of fun, honestly.
Oh, well, at times, like horror movies, I do like that when like people are like chattering, like, oh god,
yeah,
or whatever. But like,
yeah, what are you even gonna yell at this movie? Like, do not exorcise these demons.
Yeah, don't.
Yes.
Do not object to the judge's statement. Like, there's nothing to fucking even. There's no Michael Myers moment. So
No.
What do you yell at?
No.
And then her phone began to ring,
Yeah.
but she didn't even dream of answering it.
Or
It was really weird.
Silencing it. Nothing.
It just
Yeah.
an entire ring, and then
This
the
couple had
second.
swagger.
Yes, she was
Huevos.
Yes, rancheros.
Yeah, I would have been more offended if I wasn't so impressed. I was like, wow.
I mean, I think we got lucky that it was The Conjuring 3.
Yeah.
Not Wrath. If we had been seeing Wrath of Man and there had been that many phone rings, we would have done a revenge.
Yeah, I've been
we
the Wrath of
suck
Us.
your own dick to that lady and shot her in the head.
Suck your own dick.
But
Classic line. Another classic line. Pull your arsehole out of your arsehole.
That's pretty good. Arsehole.
But that's not all.
That isn't all.
That happened to us. This is when we first arrived in the theater. We realized that for some reason, the other Regal in our town doesn't have the theaters correctly listed.
Insane.
So we were supposed to sit in H, and the seats only went up to G.
Yeah.
So we just went, okay.
Yeah, I guess.
And we sat in some seats,
Mm-hmm.
and we just had to pray that we weren't in someone's seats, because there were like 7 rows that did not exist.
Yeah,
There is no way that Sean enjoyed 1 second of this movie and didn't think about this seating chart for the entirety of it.
I was freaking.
It did take me like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Every person that came in, Sean's like, oh, we're in there.
That's how I was. I was like,
we're in
oh,
there.
Exactly.
Shit.
But
See, there's
there was
different types
one-
of people. I want them to have my seat.
no, never.
No.
Never. But there was actually one couple who came in, I think literally 20 or 30 minutes into the movie, and I was like, I should be able to calm down by now.
Yeah.
You guys are like coming in way too late in the movie.
Yeah.
To make me nervous.
And then there was the couple who came in, and they like, I think we were technically in their seats or something, and then we were all sitting there fine, and I think they got nervous because more people came in.
Yes.
And what did they say? They were just like, hey, if people come, y'all gonna have to move.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit.
Yeah. I mean, he was right. We were in his seats, but
Yeah.
You know what? I know we don't have the balls to do break and entry murders or anything really amazing. Any real horror movie shit. Like we can't kill babysitters or anything like that.
not yet.
You know what we could do? We 3 men.
Uh-huh.
We could go into movies that started 45 minutes ago.
Whoa.
We could walk up to families, teens, and be like, pardon us, but you are in our seat.
Yeah, those are
Yeah.
our seats.
Hey, these are our seats.
That's
the whole
type
row.
of terror. That's the type of terror we could reach.
Oh, man. I've had some serious terror. I don't think I've ever brought this up on the podcast, but we went to see John Wick 3 whatever, chapter 3. I don't know what they do.
John Wick.
Parabellum.
Parabellum.
Oh, that's right.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, it kicks ass.
But
it had Iron Chef in it.
I was.
did?
Oh yeah, a la cuisine. There was a scary guy. There was a scary guy who came in and went through every row, walked through every row, saying someone's name like John, or something like that. And I was like, what is going on? And it was just so weird. And he couldn't find whoever he was looking for. And then he went down and then he like punched the wall and was like, what the fuck? Like, lost. I was like, what's going on? I was like,
let's add this to our Three Amigos of Terror theater shenanigans.
Oh, that's a good bit.
Yeah.
I think anytime I've been through some movie theater violence many times in my life.
This podcast started with
on our very first podcast.
Mission Impossible Fallout.
We had some interracial drama.
That was
I went to see Jaws at the Belcourt Theater here in Nashville.
Whoa.
And at the very scariest moment when he's like scuba diving and the head comes out of the ship and it's really fucking scary. Two guys got in a fight over one of them texting, which is good. You should, if you're a badass, you should absolutely punch people who are texting.
Beat them up, yeah.
But that's what they happened. They were like jostling in the aisles, and it was
gonna need a bigger
weird.
phone.
So it was like a full-on fight.
Yeah, I mean they weren't punching, but they were like, they were like wrestling.
Give me your phone.
Give me your phone. I'm gonna text your wife and tell her she's a bitch.
I almost got into a fight.
Ooh.
I took my dad to see I'm Not Your Negro. Because it was I saw it the first time and I was like, this is a beautiful movie. I gotta show my dad. My dad's black. I thought it was important for him to see. I was like, this is important. You gotta see this. And
I did the same thing except with my white friends.
With my
we just laughed and laughed.
I don't get this. I don't relate to this.
This is stupid.
It's not
Who cares?
Bad. But literally the entire runtime, there was a young black woman on her phone the entire, and I was like, I was like having I was like, you need to see this. This is important.
Yeah, this is important.
I was like, damn, but it happens. And
maybe she was bootlegging that shit.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe she was twitching that shit. Maybe she was on Justin.tv
Twitch, yeah.
making money.
That could.
I have a funny.
Could be.
I have a funny. I Am Not Your Negro story.
Oh,
man.
whoa.
So when I saw it in theaters, that movie's very sad.
It is.
So
Profoundly sad. So at the end of the movie, I'm back in the restroom holding my pathetic dick, peeing. And I'm kind of like crying.
Why pathetic?
Just like sadly crying. And I hear this booming voice from over. He's like, "That small, huh?"
Oh, are you serious?
And I look over and I usually when I have like some sort of at least goofy rebuttal, and it's like just like the biggest black dude, and it's like, I can't say anything to him after watching I Am Not Your Negro and holding my Caucasian penis and crying about
Oh my gosh, someone says that. That's crazy.
But not, I mean, he was just having a good time.
Yeah.
And I don't, who knows? But
you could have looked over and went, that big seems uncomfortable.
I see, Michael. That's why your comedy career is way up here, and mine's down here with my dick and balls.
Speaking of which, if anyone's interested and in town, I have a show tomorrow night at 8 p.m.
I probably won't have posted the show by then, but
yeah, I mean, this is more for the live crowd.
If you're watching on Twitch.
If you're listening to this, you have missed it. There's no way in fucking hell that you will catch me.
There was already a shooting at the show.
Yeah, I'm dead.
So no need to worry.
I was the shooter, and I just shot myself.
He went, "Ain't life a blast?" And he shot himself.
I guess if I had to pick a hero for The Conjuring 3.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, pick a hero.
Wait, before you do that, can I go to the chat? The chat has been sounding off, and I've been neglecting. Let's go way back. Sweaty Theater, no AC. What the fuck? I think there was AC. It was just not on.
Poor AC.
Yeah.
Michael is huge and covered in hair.
Yeah.
True.
And I was
heliocentric.
Yeah.
I was sweating too.
Yeah. And Sean was sweating.
I'm many.
And then Breamstash said, yes, back to basics for food court, the theater, which I love because I love going to the theater.
we probably should have all seen it together. But I didn't even know what movie we were watching this week.
Yeah.
And I've been a pretty poor food courtesan lately, so.
Dang. Yeah.
It's on me. But we will find more movies that are streaming and in theaters, because where we live, I mean, I feel like it's pretty safe to go to the theaters.
Yeah. And it seems like no one cares anymore. I went to a grocery store the other day, and not a single mask. I was like, okay, great.
It's over.
Cool.
Maybe they were just all vaccinated.
Yeah.
Let's pretend.
I have seen the signs that are not
all
very helpful.
vaccinated.
There's signs that are like, hey, if you're vaccinated, don't wear a mask. But if you aren't vaccinated, wear a mask. It's like, oh, yeah, we'll just trust.
Yeah.
Just trust them.
Oh, I'm definitely vaccinated. I mean, I am, but...
Me?
Broobs in the chat says, can y'all review the new charm?
Is there a new
First
one?
of all, new charm?
What? That's crazy.
Does it have, like, Shannon Doherty Jr.? And still just hot-ass Alyssa Milano?
If she can still float, I'm in there. I'm there.
And second of all, no, we can't.
The new Helen Mirren.
We can't do it. we cannot review that.
The Conjuring 3 again? No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait, what was your Euro, John? I interrupted you.
I feel like the DP did a pretty good job. I feel like
Wow.
other than shots that were blatantly lifted from other films and embarrassing to watch, it's a pretty good looking film.
It looks great.
But that's it.
But I have to say,
Say it.
okay, Conjuring movies, even though the second one is not my favorite, it still feels like that's what sucks when you get a good person like James Wan and his whole deal, whoever he got to shoot it. It's just like it just looks a certain way, and that carried on to the second one where you're like, oh, this is gonna be good no matter what, even though it had some weird shit.
What
really
has
weird
James
shit.
Wan done to curry this goodwill? What is James Wan done? Sean, don't answer with fucking Aquaman. Michael, what has James Wan done for you to curry this good favor?
It was because I genuinely love the first Conjuring. I think it's awesome. So that's where I started on this journey with James, and I was ready for this one, and then I was like, oh, he didn't do it.
He didn't even direct it.
Which made me sad, and I could kind of tell from the trailer. I was like,
that kind of helped me because I was like, at first I was like, ooh, a new James Wan Conjuring movie. Those are at the very least fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then heard there was the guy who did La Llorona, The Curse of La Llorona, which was not very good, sadly. I was like, oh, well, I guess this will be bad.
It's better than this one.
damn.
I think it is maybe a little bit better, yeah.
Hell, I think I liked Annabelle Comes Home more than this.
I haven't seen Annabelle Creation yet.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Which I believe you guys that it is good.
I like it.
it rules.
All these other movies in this universe suck. They suck.
Yeah.
So I have nothing. Like I don't even have the goodwill to bring me into this thing.
I
So
have
this
a
is
lot of
just like
goodwill.
a torturous. I think this is my least favorite horror franchise.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's saying something because there's some really poor horror franchises.
I think Sinister is my least favorite.
Oh, yeah, Sinister movies.
Boring.
Yeah.
Here's what's gonna happen, and then that's exactly what happens. Great movie, loved it. Stupid.
But it can't all be positive. We have to say a few negative things about The Conjuring 3. Michael, what is your low man for this picture, The Conjuring 3?
I did a very brutal and very overarching one. Not scary in any regard. And even once. I was like, what?
My low main, I will reveal what it's
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, it's my turn. I guess that's what they call a segue.
yeah, that was good.
So I think this movie, like, watching it, the undercurrent of, like, that being a fucking religious zealot lunatic, and that being that is normalized in this movie.
Yeah.
And I think this movie actually appeals to what is now a broad spectrum of people in this country. And it's like, I think this movie is purposefully, like, it's Q rating. I think it's purposefully made to appeal to, like, Capitol storming lunatic right wingers.
It could be.
Like, I was feeling it in my bones. And maybe I'm just, like, have PTSD from the last 4 years. But, like, I was like, man, this movie is made Like they're like getting the Venn diagram of like people love horror. We love horror on the show. It's probably the most reviewed genre we have.
See,
we're friends with people like Letters from Camp Blood and other horror podcasts. We like horror a lot, but I felt like it was just like, I feel like it was kind of Jesus freaky.
Yeah.
And like, and I don't begrudge people for having their religion, but I do begrudge people for like being for being an extremist in any way. And I felt like it just kind of like, because there wasn't like, nobody looks at the Warrens sideways for all their crazy, just power prayer bullshit. Like they just fire right into it. And there's one skeptic in the entire movie, and it's like the fat black cop who's played as a dumbass for laughs, basically. Everyone else just goes right along with it. I know it's the third movie in a series, so maybe they're just trying to keep the train moving.
Yeah. But
to me, it was that was kind of a bummer. And then furthermore, these movies should be good. This is an interesting topic.
Yeah.
Movies about Ed and Lorraine Warren should be awesome, but they also probably shouldn't be so overtly supernatural. And I feel like The Conjuring 1 sort of hints at that, but by the end it's full-blown madness. Like, I just feel like the whole angle of this movie, and they're wildly successful, so fuck me. But I feel like they just missed the mark completely when they made these movies.
Oh, wow. Damn.
You want them to be true life where they are con artists?
That's more interesting to me, or if they just toe the line a little more.
Well,
or if they just take a more X-Files-ish approach where there's like some skepticism, there's some, like there needs to be struggle in the nature of what's happening in these films, as opposed to just like, all right, man, The Exorcist 5, let's go!
I think, in the other ones there is, but it like the Warrens don't get involved until it gets really fucked up. Like in the first two, it's like, just people are like, sometimes furniture just moves by itself. We'll sleep through a few months of that. Yeah. And then it gets so fucked up that they're like, we better find someone to help us, because I haven't slept in months, and our son, his back turns in the other direction.
I mean, some of the best horror movies ever are like movies where they're just a lot more understated. Like The Changeling is a movie basically in the same vein as this, and it's very understated, and you're not sure what's going on for the longest time. And this is like goddamn Ghostbusters. We have dickless giant fat slimery.
I really, even though I did like that like reveal where it's like, oh, there's something else that's scary in the corner, like I just didn't like what they chose, and that they kept using it. I was like at least in the other ones there's always like some insane creepy thing. Like the nun is creepy outside of the Nun movie.
She's very thin.
Extremely thin. Extremely thin, but she's really a demon, so you're like, uh-oh. But this was just like, why did they bring back that same ghost? And then I don't know if y'all noticed, there was like a tall, long-haired, sharp teeth thing that they just like abandoned. Like it was in like the first 30 minutes.
From the universe. I thought maybe that was Annabelle's mom or some shit.
Mom.
Like, I don't know. Gary off the grid asks, is Hard Candy part of the Conjuring universe? Let's talk about that fucking low main, because Patrick Wilson in Hard Candy and in the A-Team is awesome.
I like him as the
owl. And then that dude's just like,
guy.
Fuck it, I'm never gonna be good at anything ever again.
I thought he was a good owl guy.
Night Owl?
Whatever.
He just kind of plays Night Owl for the rest of his career.
Yeah.
The spectacled, secretly buff guy.
Secretly.
But he's good.
Yeah, sometimes.
I don't really have much to say about Vera Farmiga, other than her daughter's kind of a good actress, I guess.
I like them. I mean, I like them in the first two movies, but I just kind of feel the same way about them as I do about like any priest in an exorcism movie, where it's like, they just believe in this stuff, and then they go to houses and they see real demons, so of course they believe in it. So it does, like, that part of it doesn't bother me, and I kind of find them like they're like, we're just regular sweet people, kind of nice. But in this, it's just I didn't. But the real. Oh, go ahead.
I didn't.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Michael. Sorry.
I just didn't feel it as much. Like, I think in the first two, they felt like solid characters to me, and like actually there. But this one, they felt very loose and like, I don't know. But I don't know. I think I need to revisit
another
the
fucking
second.
love is the fifth dimension dog shit ending though. And we're supposed to believe that these two are profoundly in love with nothing to show between them, let alone chemistry. Furthermore, how do you read the stories of Ed and Lorraine Warren and decide this is how you want to characterize it? You have these people who are later on, who become famous for doing this, later on are called scam artists by many of the people who they interacted with, but they never charged any money for it.
Yeah.
They didn't get rich off of it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a compelling pair of people.
Yeah,
and
it's
they're
interesting.
instead just played straight, like they're like exterminators.
Yeah.
They're like tutors that come to your house.
Yeah.
There's nothing there. Very vanilla. Fucking movie sucks. God.
Yeah.
Okay, let me talk. Here we go. Here's some bad things. One, the title is stupid.
Yeah.
It's a stupid fucking title. It's like not the title for this movie. It's the title for like if there was a Ghostbusters movie, like The Devil Made Me Do It. Like it's silly.
Yeah.
Two, another negative thing is that one of the good things about the first two movies is that there are extra beats. And this is like one of the in all of our favorite scary movies is that like a jump scare isn't scary unless there is enough build up to a jump scare.
Yeah.
And the thing that Annabelle Creation does great, and especially the thing that the first Conjuring movie does great, is that there are a few extra steps. You're like, uh-oh, scary thing's about to happen now. Oh, it didn't happen. And a scary thing's about to happen now. Oh, it still didn't happen. Then finally, when you least expect it, something scary happens and you get scared. And in this, that just never happens.
Yep.
There's no build up to a scary thing, and then there is no scary thing. Like they just cut out both parts of the good parts of the Conjuring universe is something leading up to a scary thing and then a scary thing. And they went, we don't need the build up to a scary thing and we don't need a scary thing.
Yeah.
Let's just cut out both of those from this movie.
Yeah.
Which is a bad idea in a horror movie.
Very.
Because it should be scary, right? And I don't know, maybe I'm overanalyzing what should happen in a horror movie, but it should be scary, right?
I think so.
And call me crazy, I don't know.
Yeah, I think a big problem, and another, I guess, a low main, is I feel like the movie starts with the climax of the movie, and then it's just like the movie's over, but we're all still kind of here. Like it felt really weird. I was like, huh.
Yes, it starts with a climax and then it ends with sort of the same climax. But what's going on?
John's being sneaky. He wrote Elliot Page should play the Nun reboot, except the Nun is now a dude. Ooh, I'm
still talking to Gary about this hard candy.
Okay. I don't know if it is. Could it count in the universe?
I'm in.
Yeah,
Let's
sure.
just put them all in one universe.
I would watch more hard candy movies.
Yeah, sure. Ooh.
All Patrick Wilson movies are in this universe now.
Yes.
And his greatest performance in The A-Team.
Yes.
I never
and
saw
Aquaman.
It. And oh yeah,
I forgot he's an Aquaman.
Yes. And he got that because he was in the Conjuring. You know, that's how this stuff works.
The Wandaverse. He's part of the Wandaverse.
Yeah.
Name's Wandaverse.
WandaVision.
You can feel that we're done talking about this movie, so which means we have to talk about what movie we're watching next week.
We did talk about how bad the homages were, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
When they rip off the Zodiac scene, they really fucked it up.
It did feel like that, didn't it?
Yeah, where they go to a scary basement. Yeah.
Also, you go first.
Okay. You guys already mentioned this, but like when the priest shows up, they do the Exorcist shot, but it's especially weird because they cut away from it really fast.
Yeah.
So you see the Exorcist shot and you go, oh, well, at least maybe some smoke will blow by and it will look cool like the Exorcist. But then they just go, here's the shot, and then cut quick way to go, well, I guess that was an homage, but it's gone now, and I don't know. They even blew the homage. It's just stupid.
Very goofy. Also, knowing who the bad guy is, like, the entire movie is ruined. You're just like, this is not... it's just a person, okay? That's not very interesting.
So
Okay.
what's our strategy on the movies this week? Do we have a strategy? I have nominations if we don't have a strategy.
We do.
Michael has a strategy, but we can combine strategies.
Okay.
So, Michael, tell John your strategy.
I want to watch Crank.
Fine.
Yep.
Okay, I like this because I don't know if I can take 3 weeks in a row of like watching like the worst movie out.
No.
So you guys did. I didn't get to. I had a family thing. I didn't get to see Army of the Dead, but it sucked.
Oof.
Army that really sucked.
Really
and then
bad.
this movie sucked. Like we need a bright spot, and Crank will be a bright spot. That's a fun movie to talk about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don, are you gonna do something kind of more in the loop, as it were, or something more current, or are we all just throwing stuff into the ether? Here?
I have no ideas, but I want you to throw stuff into the
Okay, I got
ether.
a few. If we want to revisit an old classic,
Let's do it.
that's available on HBO Max.
Ooh.
And when I say old classic, I mean only like 20, 30 years old. True Romance.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
It's
Classic.
on HBO Max. That could be.
Classic.
I think that'll be fun to revisit. If you want to see a movie that you absolutely fucking have not seen, if you tell me you've seen it, I think you're lying. Check out on Tubi, the app Tubi, which is free.
Whoa.
So even if you're not like an HBO person, if you're not part of that bougie world,
Yeah.
you don't have your grandma's login or what have you. 8 Million Ways to Die.
Oh, wow.
Al Ashby's last movie, starring Jeff Bridges and Andy Garcia.
Interesting.
And that one's a really fun movie that here I'll get the only way I'll try to sell it a little bit, other than it's a neat crime movie and Hal Ashby's last movie. You will see where Quentin Tarantino got a lot of his shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And those will be my 2 nominations. Sean, you want to round it out with one?
Crank 2.
God, man.
Does that sound okay?
Sounds great.
Okay.
I hope Crank 2 somehow wins.
Yeah, and then
And if Crank 2 wins-
I'm just lost. I'm like, huh?
Well,
Chili
if Crank 2 wins, I'm going to invite Michael over to my home to watch both Cranks
Yes.
on my home cinema.
Sounds great.
Just Michael.
So,
Just
what you need to do is go to @FoodCourtCast whenever you hear this. Probably not while you're watching it, but if you're listening to it, head over there and vote for either Crank 1, Crank 2, 8 Million Ways to Die, or True Romance. Head over to Food Court Movie Podcast on Instagram and follow us there and hit the little heart button on all of our posts. If you're writing a review, write us a really nice one and give us a bunch of stars. We need it. So bad we need it. Retweet everything. We just don't get enough retweets. We love when we get retweets. And tell a friend. This is the most important thing. Tell a friend.
Ugh.
Please. Just please do it.
Please.
Just please,
I love
God.
the plaintive tone.
Please.
Please.
Fucking Christ. Do it. That's as much as I can beg
Yeah.
without sounding a little too sad. A little too pathetic, and I only want to be slightly pathetic. So, on behalf of the mildly pathetic John Burr, the slightly pathetic Michael Hampton, I am the completely pathetic Sean Parrott, and I want to say to y'all, bon appetit!